Hi there, this is Barb Ryder with Stampin' Up! Independence Demonstrator. I am here to share the Stars at Night class with you. If you ordered this class, it is already on its way, and I'm just giving you the video tutorial. And if you're watching this on YouTube, yes, I hope that you enjoy me making these cards. This was a class that I offered, and it's already over with, but it is still, you can still purchase these products at the time this is being recorded. This is November 16th, 2023, and the 21st, we have some things going on last chance list from the holiday mini catalog. And so this mega suite is part of it. And so anyway, I just wanted to make you aware of that. You can purchase any of the products that you see, as long as this is still current, up here at my website, and then just click shop now, and then you can go in and purchase the items that you need. So, the inks that you're going to need to do the projects are Crumb Cake, Night of Navy, and Blackberry Bliss, along with Wild Wheat, Shaded Spruce, Real Red, and then I have my Real Red marker, along with Wink Stella or a blending pen. You'll see on one of the cards, you'll see that I use that if you would like. You don't have to. Of course, you're going to need scissors and your adhesive and dimensionals and your cutter maybe, but your kits have everything included in them if you got the kit from me. What else? Just your basic stamper kit, your bone folder, your trimmer, that kind of stuff. You'll need those if you're making these from scratch. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move these things out of the way. We're going to start with the Crumb Cake card, and I'm going to move these items. I did use the Stars at Night with the hybrid embossing folder and the dies. You'll have those in your kit, but you'll have to cut the pieces if you're doing it from scratch. I also included the Night Divine in 2 of the cards. So, and then Shining Brightly, I believe, is the paper that was also used on one of the cards. All right, we're going to need your stamping mat and your scrap paper. I have my silicone mat underneath here. So I'm going to try to keep things so that you can see everything. Keep it in the screen here for me. All right, let's see here. All right, there's my cleaner. So the first card is this one right here. See if you can see the beauty of this card. And if you took the kit, you also got half a package of the little star trinkets. There was a little issue on those, so that took us a little while. All right, and the envelope, you have your pieces already. Anything that was not stamped is already cut and embossed for you. Okay, so this piece here is already embossed, as you can see, and then you have your Crumb Cake, and this, I believe, is the basic. Let me get my ruler here. 4 by 5 or 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and 5 1/4 by 4 on this. It might be a sliver off. If it is, you'll understand, but the whole idea is I only wanted a little bit of the crumb cake to show. So let's just go ahead and put that down really quick. Anytime that you have embossing, where's this guy? Anytime you have embossing on your card, you'll want to go slow over that embossing with your adhesive if you're using the Stampin' Seal, just because it can pull up sometimes. Alright, so this is just going to get mounted right onto the crumb cake. You only have a little bit of an edging all the way around, so get it so that it is it's balanced out good on all 4 sides. See that? Okay. And then you have your gold star already cut and embossed for you. And I'm going to use my mini dimensionals because I want to make sure that I get the dimensionals. Let me go over here a little bit. On the star piece, but down far enough so it's not going to show when you place it onto your card. Okay, and let's see, I think I'm going to take a couple more and we'll come right there and right there. Okay, balance that out. So the way that your embossing is done on this card, now see I've got a little bit of that piece hanging over. I need to move that over a little bit or something. There we go. It's going to fit right on this one right here. Okay, so that's where I'm going to put this, just like that. So pretty. Okay, there's that. And the next thing we're going to do, really, this is going to get mounted onto the front of your card base, which is 8.5 by 5.5, and then it's scored at 4 1/4. And I can feel that I need to take my bone folder here, and I need to just push that down a little harder. I'm on my sponge, and so that doesn't do much, does it? Okay, all right. So then this gets placed right here. Again, just a little bit all around all of the edges of the white. All right, so there's that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the crumb cake, and I did not grab this out of here. This one is the Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas is the sentiment that I need here, and again, I did not take that out of my box. So let me grab that and mount it on my block, and we'll get that stamped in crumb cake. Crumb cake makes it look just like, now you could also heat emboss this in gold. If you're an embosser, you could do it in gold, but the crumb cake actually looks really nice with that because we have the crumb cake paper right there, right? So that is crumb cake, and I like to clean as I go, so let me just clean this off. Good deal. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're actually going to fussy cut this. Now, if you are the kind of person that doesn't like fussy cutting, just find yourself something that in your punches or your dies that is going to work for you. And but it's very easy to cut this out. You'll see I'm just going to cut it right out here as you're watching me. It does not take that long, and I'm just moving my paper, trying to move my scissors the minimum that I need to, but come around. Whoops, I got a little too far out there. There we go, and around, almost done. So it doesn't take too long, but if you're not a fussy cutter, I understand it's not your thing. We do have another one that's fussy cut just because it makes such a different kind of look on your card. Really does give you a nice little wow effect. Okay, all right, so there's that, and we need some dimensionals. We'll be using those on our card several different ways here, and I've just grabbed the minis, and so, and because that is a little bit smaller there, I tend to use the minis more with these projects than I have in a lot of the other projects that I do. Okay, and then you're just going to place this wherever you like. I kind of liked it, you know, about right there. Just a nice simple card, just like that. And then you also, like I said, got these little star trinkets. These are something that sold out and they did not replace them. And so, yeah, hopefully if you're doing this on your own, you were able to get in on some of those trinkets, because they were pretty awesome to coordinate with the, you know, the dies so well. All right, and I think I'm just going to come right there with that one. Put a couple of those. You can put as many on there as you'd like, but there you are. That's card number 1. Okay? All right. And you have, in the kits, you got 2 of each. So there is the one. Of course, if you wanted to stamp something on your envelope, you have that available to do so. All right, let's go to card number 2. We're going to do this one as card number 2. This is the Shining Brightly paper. You will need to cut that down yourself, and what you're going to do is you're going to cut a piece. You have a sheet, a half a sheet, which is 12 by 6. I would take the 6-inch, sorry I don't have a sheet here, but I would take that 6 inches and I would cut, how did I say, 4 inches. So let's pretend this is the 12 inches. You're going to take your cutter and you're going to cut at 6 inches. Not 6 inches, 4 inches, 4 inches, 4 inches. Cut it 4, and then you're going to turn it, and then you're going to cut 2 3/4 on, so you need 4 inches. You're going to cut 2 3/4 and 2 3/4. Let me just make sure. Oh, never mind. I have it right here. You're going to, your designer paper is 2.5 by 3 3/4. That's what you need. So in your designer paper, you need to cut it to 2.5 by 3 3/4, and you have the 2 pieces on each side. You've got Night of Navy here. Gosh, I can't. Did I even cut my paper? Oh, guess what? Ha! I guess I'll have to go find my paper and cut anyway. All right. Well, I thought I was completely prepared, but apparently I'm not. So just 1 second. This is the card that we're making. I have to get my Shining Brightly paper here. Give me 2 seconds, and I will have that, I hope. Let's see here. Gracious. Okay, here we are. I hate when I miss out, when I do something like that, to leave you hanging. But anyway, you'll have your piece, like I said, your pieces are going to be 6 by 12. So you'll want to cut that down so that I just shared. So let me grab this. Here we go. Here I have another piece. Okay, so I had said that you need to have your designer paper at 4 inches, or 3 3/4, whatever you want to do here. But I have 4 inches. See that? That's 4 inches. And so this one is 4 inches. So I need one. You're going to have 2 cards. So you need 2 pieces that are 2.5. 2.5 by 3 3/4. So let's go 2.5, because this is 4 inches. And I tell you 4 inches because that is the best, you'll get the most out of your paper if you cut it at the 4 inch. That's what I want to say. So 2.5, and then this needs to be 3 3/4. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing here. So that is 4 inches, so I need 2.5. By 3 3/4. Okay, there are my pieces. Okay, I hope that I haven't forgotten anything else. I don't think so, but gosh, you never know. All right, here we are. So you'll have a portion of the gold ribbon, pre-punched label, and then you already, so I'm talking about those that got the kit. You already have these die cut for you, okay? And I think there's an extra one in here, honestly. Yep, there's an extra gold one, so I don't need that. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and we're going to add these onto our Night of Navy. And that is 4 by 5 1/4, I'm pretty sure, 4 by 5 1/4. And let's go ahead and put these down. So I'm going to go ahead with the navy on one side. Okay. Then you will take your other color, and that is going to, should butt right up against there and give you the same amount on the outside so that you have a nice edging around there. See that? Okay, so there we are. Let's bring our mat over here and let's go ahead and stamp. Now, one of the things to pay attention is you can see that, see how this is kind of wider loops here, and then you have some more, see how this side matches this side matches that side. When you're stamping, just make sure that you've got the matching ones. Don't do it kind of crazy like that. I don't know, that's just what I found when I was stamping. I could stamp better when I had it matching side to side. So this one I have Glory to God in the Highest, and this is going to be the navy, and the Night of Navy. So let's ink that up. And of course you can stamp more of your stars on the inside if you would like. I'm going to just close this up so I don't get it all over. Alrighty, so let me bring this down here and I have to come up a little closer. Hopefully my head won't get in the camera, but if it does, you'll understand why, because you want to make sure that you got this straight. And oh, I hope I did it. Beautiful, there you go. Alright, clean that up. Okay. This one's not hard at all. It is one of the easier ones. The next thing I'm going to do before I add this is I'm going to go ahead and put my stars on. Okay, so your 3 stars that are already pre-cut for you are, I've got this big tall one here. I'm going to just put this on top, and I'm going to, if you use your silicone mat and you just using your adhesive, you could use liquid glue too, but anyway, if you have your silicone mat, none of the glue sticks on here. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to actually put this right on my seam where I come right to the top and right like that, putting my star there. So that one's going to go there. And then let's take this one. This one is flat. And again, let's bring this over here so I can get the adhesive on there. And then it's not going to stick on my project anywhere. Nice. Okay, and then let's, this one, actually, I'm looking at my card upside down. There we go. Let's see, you can see it right there. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll put that one kind of down here. And then I am going to pop up this little piece here. So, if you have the mini glue dots, not mini glue dots, the mini dimensionals, you have these, you know, this big strip on the edge here. So what I did is I just cut some thin pieces. Let's see, I need 4. And I cut them real thin so that they will fit behind on my star piece here. Okay, so there's that one, and there. You don't want your dimensionals to show on the other, you know, on the side. Okay, that one's too big. That one is, so I need them. You need them pretty skinny if you can do that. Otherwise, you can do it flat and pop out this one, I guess. But yeah, this one I just had to get a little thinner. So come over here. There we go. See how thin that is? See how skinny? Okay. That's going to go here. Let me see. I think I can fit it down here. It's not going to go all the way to the point, but that is what it is. And I chose these stars because it matches the paper. It just looks so great with the design of the paper. All right. So, and then that one's just going to kind of come up here, like that. Alright, very pretty. Now, to do your little zigzag with your ribbon, okay, the best way I can tell you is you will take your ribbon and first of all put a little bit of adhesive in the back. This will help hold your ribbon as you're trying to guide it to where you want it to be. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to take my ribbon. I want it to kind of come off to the side over here like that. And then I'm going to bring it down, kind of wrap it around my finger here and make a loop. Okay. Then so I've got it stuck in the back. I'm going to come up here and make a little loop. And then come back down here so that I've kind of made a Z. Let me grab my ribbon scissors here and do that trimming. Okay. Now, this little piece right here is not doing like I want it to, so then that's where you can kind of pull it in the back and shift it around to make it work for you, and there you are. Okay. If you want it closer, farther apart, you can do whatever you want to do there. I think I want this a little closer there, and I actually want this a little taller here. There we go. And you'll have ribbon left over to do both of your cards. If not more, you'll probably have more. Lots left over. Okay, so I'm going to grab some regular dimensionals here. I am going to put one there. I've already cut these kind of apart because I'm using it up. And then I'm going to kind of cover the ribbon in the back with the dimensional, just so it kind of holds it. Okay, there we are. And we're almost done. Okay, so this is going to kind of go over here and kind of like, I think I'm going to have to cover up that pretty star a little bit, but that's okay. Let's see, maybe I can come down there. There we go, that works. All right, beautiful. Okay, there we are. And then this just goes on the front of our card base. So let me grab my cardstock, fold this over, and grab my bone folder, crease that down. Now you could do this on your trimmer too if you like to use your scoring tool that way. I am going to take this and do this so I can make sure to get this line, so I have equal amounts top, bottom, and all around so it looks good. Okay? All right, there is that. Now, of course, again, you can stamp more on the inside if you like, but there is card number 2. Okay. Fabulous. And there, put that there. Card number 3 is probably my favorite, and it is the Blackberry Bliss. But look at that with the rose gold, what do you call it? Foil paper. Rose gold, that's the one. It's in the mini catalog, or not the mini catalog, it's in the annual catalog. It's in the annual catalog. Now this one, you have lots of parts and pieces in your kit, so please be careful. When you pull all of this out, you have little tiny pieces in there, because I had to die cut the tiny pieces. So, let me show you. There's a couple of them there, and then there are some there. Alright, so first of all, let's take this Blackberry Bliss again with my bone folder, and let's get that crease down. Okay, and then you're just going to make some layers. Okay, you've got 2 decals, one's for the inside and one is for the outside. So this, I'm going to put one on the outside first of all, and grab my adhesive, whatever I did with it. Where did it go? I just love when that happens, you know. There we go. Alright, okay, so this is going to go on as my first layer onto the front of my card. Okay, so center that right there, just like that. Okay, now you have a die cut piece like this, and you might need to poke out some of the if you might have a few of the little dots. I didn't get all of the dots out. I just had one here too. Pop all of those out because you want them all out. See how it shows through there? We're not going to put that down yet though, because you have this square of the rose gold. Isn't that awesome? You're going to actually place that underneath. So I'm going to go ahead and just put some adhesive on the corners here, or around. And I'm putting it here instead of my foil because that way I know it's going to match up. Okay, I'm going to bring in this guy. Alright, so the whole idea is that you just get the foil behind all of the opening of the circles and everything. Okay? Alright, so there you go. Look at that. Ooh, so pretty. Now we're ready to lay this down onto the white. So let's do that. And this is flat. Okay. Make sure right side up. Okay, so there we go. That's going to go centered in there. And these are already cut decal, the decal rectangles is what you have there. Then you have this decal rectangle, and this is actually, this piece is flat, so let's put that down flat. I'm going to put that down here toward the bottom, right there. Okay, we're going to leave that there. Now you got all these little pieces, so that's where you got to be careful. And I don't know how many of what I've got here, but we'll make them work. Might not look exactly like the first one, but it's going to be fine. We'll make it work. Okay. All right. Awesome. All right. So now what I did is I did take the this is already die cut for you. And again, if you're doing it on your own, you'll have to kind of do all these, you know. But I'm taking the mini dimensionals and using those because they can go a little farther out into the point. Okay, just like that. And I need one in the center to kind of give it the support. Okay, there's that. So let's go ahead and whoops, I didn't take it off the middle. There we go. Now this is going to get centered onto this beautiful piece here. So there we go, just like that. See that? Oh, so pretty in person. My goodness, is it gorgeous. And then this one, all I did take adhesive and I just put it in the middle. And then I crisscrossed it the opposite way, right like that. In the center. Okay, that's what you got so far. Now, I took one dimensional and popped this one up. So let me grab a mini, because a mini dimensional will fit right in the center of this little star, right there. Okay, okie dokie. So that one I'm going to kind of put right here, just like that. And everything else is flat. I did use my my glue for this, so I'm going to actually just touch the glue in the spots where I want my stuff to be. So I'm going to do a star. I think I'm just going to do, whoops, that's a lot. You just want a tiny bit, tiny bit, okay, in there. And there. And so what I'm doing is I'm going to take the largest one. I want that one right here, and just kind of, I'm using the glue, that way I can move it a little bit. You got a tiny little star over here, so I'm going to take that one, and that one is going to come up here on this glue. Like I said, I think that glue was a little bit much there. We're going to glue that there. Ugh, I hate that. Ugh, it's too much, but oh well. Okay, it's better on this side. It's better over here, like right there. And then last but not least, I think I'm going to, whoa, too much glue there. See that? It's just way too much glue. So I'm going to put it off of there. off of there, and I'm going to do a little dot. Oh, it just wants to come out. Stop it! Okay, I'm going to try to get some of that glue off of there. And then I've got this little diamond kind of shape. I'm going to put it up here. Okay. You'll have different shapes, just fit whatever you would like. Alright, so I did the gluing first so we can let that sit while we do the next step. And the next step is you've got scrap and you're going to need your blackberry to go with your blackberry. And this is where we're going to do joy and peace and fussy cut that because it looks so pretty in the in your square fussy cut. Alright, so blackberry bliss, and that's good. It doesn't matter if it's crooked because I'm going to be cutting it out. So there's that, and I'm going to clean this. I hope that you love this suite as much as I do. It is not carrying over, and so if you love this and with the nativity scene that it has and all of that, then make sure to grab it up if you're watching this video before the January 3rd, if it's still available by then. But it goes on clearance, not clearance, but last chance, I guess, because it is in the mini catalog. It goes on last chance November 21st, 2023. And as long as it's still available, you can purchase until January 3rd is what it says. So I am just going to fussy cut this piece out. Try to do my best. You know, fussy cutting is your personal touch on this card, okay? So don't feel like, oh my gosh, I can't do it, because you really can. And you make it your own. The whole idea is to stay a little bit away from your sentiment so that you can, you know, have some white edging all the way around, just like that. And we're almost done. Around here and around we go, and there we are. Okay, again, you want to use some mini glue dots on this. That's what I did. So those are your best friend for these projects that I have designed for you. Okay, there was that. And you know, I think that's too big. I think I'm going to have to cut some small strip right there, but real skinny. You want it real skinny. Okay. Let's see here. I think I did it. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so that skinny one there, and I've got another skinny one I'm going to bring off the edge over there. Alright, and this is, you can stamp your stars from your stamp, from the stamp set in the inside. It would be gorgeous. And then you're just going to take your joy and peace, there's my, and then that's just going to fit right here in your rectangle, just like that. Okay. And then your card is finished. And then you can, oh, you know what? It's not finished because, I did stamp stars on the inside, and I do not have those on here. So I've got this. You can tell the ones that are used more. They're already stained, and that's normal. It's going to happen with these beautiful stamps. Okay. And then, let me see, I gotta have this one. Put it on here this way. And what I did is I stamped the sentiment on the, that was the reason I didn't put this in yet, because we have to stamp it. Alright, so ink that up, making sure it's got ink everywhere. And then that will just kind of go right there. Okay, it does lighten up, you know, as it soaks into the paper and dries. And then our last thing is the stars, and so that's where you want to have some scrap paper, because I kind of put a piece there, and then I inked it up again, and I came up here off the page a little bit, just like that, and I think I'd like to add a little bit right there. Okay, so there's that. That would be pretty on your envelope, to stamp that on your envelope too, you know. Let's see here, where are we? Okay, there we go. Get myself together here. Okay, now it can go on the inside of your card. Alrighty, let's get that going here. And put this on the inside. These deco rectangles are awesome for this kind of thing. It gives you that little extra instead of just a cutout square, but that decal just gives you that extra beautiful look, right? So if you're watching this as a replay, well, it's all replay, but if you're watching this without getting the kit from me, you can purchase these things, like I said, as long as they're available through January 3rd at my website, which is right there. Just go there and click Shop Now, and then work your way through finding the, you know, last chance sale. There's all, I mean, that's my store, so that's where you can find everything. All right, last but not least, we have a different kind of look with this card, and that is this one right here. And so it is a fun fold, and it opens up like that. Okay, so all your parts and pieces, and your ribbon here, you've got lots of ribbon, and you have wild wheat that's already pre-cut for you, and this piece is 8 1/4 by 4 1/4, and it is scored at 2 3/4. Okay, I've already got that pre-scored in those kits, so there's that. Then you have your piece for the inside, and that's going to go right here, and we're going to stamp on that first. And then I believe that I gave you a wider piece, and then I gave you some skinny pieces. Now I'm going to try to stamp on the skinny piece because that's what the sentiment is super skinny. So I'm going to try that. All right, so we're going to be stamping on this one, and we're going to stamp on that one and the little one. Okay, so first of all, let's try this, okay? Let's go ahead and give this a try. The sentiment is in wild wheat, okay? And this is a pretty long one, so just make sure you've got ink on the whole thing, kind of corner to corner is how I've done it here. So let's see how well I can do. And let's see, it is going to say celebrating is kind of off the page, so it's okay because this is going to get cut apart. So let's bring this over here. Okay, here is the proof is in the pudding here. Let's try it. See what I did, if I did it. All right, good. So the magic of the season is good. So now I just need the word celebrating, because that's going to be cut out separate. You know, it's going to be a separate piece. So I want to get that one on here, and I want to try to get that on straight. Nice. Okay, I did it. That's what I need. While I have the wild, we're going to cut this in a few minutes. While I have the wild wheat, we are going to stamp on here with the, now if you have the stamp set, there are two of these. One is a shorter fat one, and one is a longer, kind of longer skinny. I'm using the short fat in wild wheat, and I'm going to just stamp that random right on this piece here. Okay, all over. And that way I know I've kind of got it covered everywhere. So even when I get ready to stamp it. Now I want to be off the edge a little bit here, so and I don't want it on the back of my card, so I'm going to fold this over and kind of go off the edge there. Okay. All right. There we are. That's what I wanted. So that part is done, and that needs to be washed. I'm putting all my, I haven't been washing the stamps. I've got them up here. Hopefully I don't stick my arm in them. All right, done with this color, so let's fold that up. Now we're going to go with the, use the red, and we're going to use the Shaded Spruce. I'm going to start with Shaded Spruce. This is the long one. So you're going to be using this right here. And again, you're just going to kind of do this random so that you have these here, there, and everywhere, right? Okay. Again, you just want to turn your stamp so that you don't look like you've done it all in a row, if that makes sense, okay? So there we are. Okay, so there we have that. Now the next thing is we're going to go ahead, before I stamp the red, that's where I said you could use Wink of Stella or a blender pen, which is the clear blender pen. I'm going to take the Wink of Stella, and I'm just going to quickly run it in some of these leaves. Okay? And I'm doing it now because the longer you let the color sit, the less likely you are to get color from the leaves pulling into with the Wink of Stella. I show this often on my Facebook Lives that I do at my Stamp with Barb Ryder group page at 7 o'clock on Thursdays, and so you should come join me there and look at and watch the fun tips and techniques that I try to do and share with you. And again, I do try to be there every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And there's a lot of leaves here, so just trying to, and it's okay, if I miss one, it'll be alright. The next thing I'm going to do is take the red marker that I mentioned at the beginning of our video, that I'm going to use that. Now, if there's a little bit of green left on your Wink of Stella, kind of wipe that off, because you don't want that color in the next time that you use your Wink of Stella. I'm going to bring this up closer and see if you can see how the color, you've got some color there instead of just the, and then you also have the sparkle. Alright, so let's grab this. So there's not too many little spots here to put the red on, so it's like 2 on each of these stems. So it only takes a second just to color these little red berries, or whatever they are supposed to be. It's Christmas, so they're red and green, right? Alright, a couple more, and then we're going to stamp our red. They kind of look like snowflakes, but they kind of look like stars. So I missed those couple here and here. Okay, I think that's alright. Got it. Okay, now let's take our real red, and we're going to use these 3 little stars. And I'm just going to come in and stamp them in the areas where there's an opening. And let's see here. Come in here and stamp 1 right there. Come down here, stamp a couple. Right here. There we go. I think that's pretty good. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Oh wait, we're not done. We've got this piece right here. This piece. This one, I'm going to take it so that I've got, like, like the triangle shape, so I want it so that I have the triangle in the corner here, if I can figure out where I'm at. There we go, just like that. And then that corner, bring it around, that corner, and then that corner. Okay, that's for the inside of my card. Alright, I think we have all the stamping done. I am going to go ahead and clean these, you guys, because, yeah, we've got red, we've got greens, we've got lots of colors that'll get me in trouble if I stick my sleeve in there. I like to clean as I go. That way, when I get ready to put my stamps away, I know that they're ready to go right back in their container, and I don't have to think, oh, did I clean it or not? And that's the reason I said I need to make sure to clean these right now, because they will definitely get us in trouble otherwise. I don't remember if I cleaned that one, but we're going to do that again. And then this long one here. But that's how fast it is to clean your stamps. This is our chamois. This is our clear stamp case that I just put it in. You can purchase those, and you use them for all kinds of fun stuff. Okay, now this goes on the inside of our cards. So here I want to show you this too. If you haven't seen this glue that's here, I don't know that that's completely dry, but this other glue that's right here, all I have to do is roll it, and then it's out of the way. Now that I wasn't sure that it was completely dry, so I'm going to do that because I'm done stamping, so I'm going to move this out of the way. And I brought this back over here because I'm going to be using adhesive, and sometimes if I get off the edge, I just prefer that I have the silicone mat in front of me. Okay, so this is going to go on the inside of my card, and I'm just going to put it like that. This is going to go on the front of my green. That is, I don't know that I measured these, 2 3/4 by 4. So that means this is 3 by 4 1/4. Just a 1/4 inch difference. Okay, come down here and let's go here. Just like that. Oh, the sparkle is really pretty on here, you guys. Alright, so here is the trick. You do not want to put adhesive all on the back of here. You only want it because it's going to go just like that. Okay, so you only want it on half, and so that's about right there. So I know that I need to make sure my adhesive does not come past that area right there. I'm kind of doing this backwards. Come on, here we go. So, no adhesive here. You want to make sure that you don't get adhesive on this side or it's going to stick and be crazy. Alright, so that's going to go kind of right there. And see how nice that fits into your little corner pieces that you did? Now, you could do one of two things. You could do your card this way, like this, or you can do it this way. I did it this way, but I don't think it really matters. Ribbon, this is our gold and red and gold trim. So I'm just going to take this. I'm just going to tie a knot here. Now, it is different on the back side than it is the front side. So when you're tying this knot, once you get it through that loop right there, you'll want to kind of twist this around so that your circles are showing, okay, and then pull it. And when you do that, you won't have the funky back side. You'll have your circles showing all the way around the dots. Okay, that's a little tip on the bows there. Okay, so that is just going to kind of go like that. So again, like I said, you could do it this way. Now, remember we stamped these earlier. So I only need on this piece celebrating let's see, there I need the magic of the season, and then celebrating is the word I need from this one. So I'm just going to clip that right there, and there. Now, going back to my mat, silicone mat, I will tell you, if you don't have a silicone mat, you need one. I use this thing all the time, because see there, I don't have to worry that my adhesive is too, because it is too big, and if there's any on the edge, I just push it back. But it doesn't get on all my other stuff. Now I am going to fussy cut this around, because it's not a hard cut. So I've got it here. We're going to take this, we're going to snip that about the same size as the other. Then I am just gonna do that right there. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is the magic of the season, and that will go on this one. So let's get adhesive on the back of here. Now, if you're a green glue person, you know that you just need a tiny bit of green glue. You don't need a whole lot when you're working on these small pieces, right? Okay. And whoops, that's my ribbon scissors. I don't want that. Okay. Now this one is a little longer, but it's okay. We'll be fine. Just do it. Doesn't have to be perfect. You just need a little bit of green. There we go. Okay, now I did take dimensionals and pop these up. So I'm just about out of my mini dimensionals here. So I will be cutting this apart and just using some pieces here. I use every single piece of my dimensionals. It just works so perfect. Okay, so there's that. So there's that one. Let's turn this one over. And there. And there. Whoops. Oh, I got a little close to the edge on that one, didn't I? Oh. There. And one more down here, like that. Okay. This is the last card. I'm going to show you the card. I'm not making it, but I'm going to show you the other card that is going to be in your written tutorial that is emailed to you. Oh, I got something piece of, there we go. Celebrating the magic of the season, and so that's just going to go kind of right there. So there is the last card. Okay, so that's all of the cards that you have in your kit, or if you're making them on your own, I hope that you will enjoy creating them. The last card I'm going to show you is the one, I thought I had it right here, hang on, here it is. Okay, I am going to do this, I'm going to create this one on a live, on one of my Thursday lives. Probably the next week is Thanksgiving from when I'm recording this, so it won't be, I don't know, it might be next week. I might have to do it on a different day. But I'm going to include the tutorial for those of you that bought the kit. If you want to purchase the tutorial for these classes, which will be a color tutorial with the measurements and directions and everything, it is $15, and you can reach out to me. My email, go to my website and click contact me, and then send your information there, and I'll get in touch with you. Or if you watch me on my live or go to my Stamp with Barb, you can message me there. But I'll be demonstrating this card, and it has the gold glitter paper, the embossing, and you'll see how beautiful. I mean, this is just gorgeous. I love it. So that'll be the bonus tutorial with your cards, card kits. So, all right, let me move all the things out of the way, and we'll look at all the cards again that we did here. If I can grab them. So, there. Stuck them in the envelopes here. And there. And the first one that we did right here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's our 4 cards for the card kit. And thank you so much. If you buy your card kits from me, I do appreciate your helping my little business. And if you ever have questions on anything that you get from me, I need to take my bone folder, don't I? Please reach out. I give you all my contact information on the email when I send these to you. I hope that you'll enjoy them as much as I did creating them. And thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye.